So today we're going to be talking about Mr. Deeds starring Adam Sandler and Winona Ryder, and the foods we're going to be talking about are from Wendy's. So basically Adam Sandler inherits $40 billion and then he's got to go to New York to sign some papers to get the money. But then you have Winona Ryder, who is this reporter who's trying to get the scoop on Mr. Deeds and to figure out exactly who he is. Pretty much all of Adam Sandler's comedies have these really simple plots. I feel like they're like, okay, let's get this movie going so that then we can get a bunch of scenes that barely connect, where it's like scene to scene of just nonsense. Basically what this movie is what would Adam Sandler do with $40 billion? You know, just go to New York and do a bunch of dumb shit. I love how basically one of the first things Adam Sandler does when he finds out he's just inherited $40 billion is, oh yeah, like on the way to New York, it's like, oh, we gotta stop off at Wendy's. Imagine the first thing you do after you win $40 billion. Is go to Wendy's. Are you kidding me? Don't you hate it when like they put the fries in the bag and then like half the fries fall in the bag?
I'm so happy I got the Big Bacon Classic. Thanks for stopping, buddy. This is unbelievable.
Happy to do it, Dean.
How's that frosty treating you, Cecil?
I slept in Tom and Roseanne's dumpster for 2 days.
I thought we were watching Scooby-Doo.
Good fries.
You f***ing disgrace!
You know, Wendy's French fries, they're pretty good.
Please, let me touch your feet.
I wouldn't say they're the best out of all the fast food places, but
What are you cutting that pipe, hashish?
I don't know. There's something to them. There's a flavor to it. I always appreciate them. I don't know if I were to rank them. I don't know where I would put them, but I do like them. It's like a friendly flavor, if you know what I mean. Winona Ryder plays this reporter who's trying to get the scoop on Mr. Deeds, you know, so it could help her career. I love how she's like, I'm gonna play this damsel in distress and it's gonna like make him fall in love with me or whatever. Instead of it being like just like romantic thing, I love how it turns from like, oh look, this is our little plan, and then Adam Sandler's like, don't worry, I'll get him for you, and then the guy's like, oh shit, and then then he beats the living shit out of him.
Help, we're being mugged! Help! Help, we're being mugged! Stop it!
Good luck. See you at the office.
Don't worry, I'll get him.
Oh, shit!
Stop! Stop right there! Yeah, man!
It's so insane. He's like whipping a garbage can on him. He's like kicking him in the face. It's like, holy Lord. Yo, what is up with Mr. Deeds? He goes from like, oh, I'm going to help you to like, I'm going to beat the Christ out of this guy. Like, what?
I couldn't find my puffer.
What I love about Adam Sandler is he always gets his friends to be in his movies, right? And Mr. Deeds is no exception. I love how he gets John McEnroe to be in this movie, playing himself, but like a totally insane version of himself. He's like, oh, Mr. Deeds, I'm gonna like bring you out on the town, and you know, you're thinking, oh, what are they gonna go out for drinks, have a good time? It's like, no, like it's it's so crazy what they do. It's like I love like their idea for John McEnroe bringing someone out. He's like it's like, let's go on the street, smoke cigars, drink a lot of beer, and whip eggs at cars. Like, what the hell? He's like totally insane. Like,
Yeah! Come here! Come here!
like, I love how they're like, oh, let's like make John McEnroe look even more crazy than he already does. I love that part where like the car tries to hit John McEnroe because like they just threw eggs at him, and then John McEnroe just jumps out of the way like like he jumps like 20 feet in the air. What?
Watch out, Johnny! What kind of driving is that?
Like, what, can all like tennis superstars do that? I love John Turturro in this, who plays the butler, and he's basically like this super sneaky guy. Oh my god, his character. I'm very, very sneaky, sir. Because, like, when he meets people, he's always, like, appearing out of nowhere, and everyone's like, ah! Like, every time. The part in the morning where Adam Sandler gets up, and he's, like, going to have the drink, and he's like, whoa! I think you're underestimating the sneakiness, sir. It's so ridiculous about the scene, though. It's like, it looks like a water fountain, but it ends up being for Hawaiian Punch. Adam Sandler's so ridiculous. It's like, where can I find the product placement? Like, where can I just inject it into the movie? All right, let's try the Hawaiian Punch.
That's Hawaiian Punch.
He adores Hawaiian Punch.
Wow! You kind of just snuck up on me there, man.
I fear you're underestimating the sneakiness, sir.
Man, it's got that strong smell. I can't imagine the first thing you do is you get up in the morning and then you drink Hawaiian Punch. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just, well, you know, it's the same basic Hawaiian Punch.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
Very sweet, but, you know, it's good.
Well, your daddy is a liar.
Peter Gallagher plays the villain of the movie, and he's basically like, ooh, he's the big bad guy who's gonna give the $40 billion to Mr. Deeds, and then he's gonna fire all the employees. Sneaky, sneaky. But his character barely is in the movie. It's like such an afterthought. Like, the whole plot of this movie is like non-existent. They don't care. They just want nonsense to happen. Basically, they pepper him in the movie just to be like, oh yeah, there is a plot. I do like, though, when Mr. Deeds and him play tennis, and he keeps hitting him with the tennis ball. It's classic.
Oh! You okay?
Not a problem.
Anderson, you liked that, didn't you?
And he's like, man, I thought you played before. He's like, nah, it's my first time. Johnny McEnroe said it was super easy. And then I love when he's like, oh, that one got you in the throat. Sorry. It's like, bro, you would have freaking killed him if you'd hit him that hard in the throat with a tennis ball.
Ooh, that got you right in the throat, huh? Gotta ask you, though, if it hits you, is it my point or yours? Well, I'm winning then, I guess.
Or there's the scene where Mr. Deeds sees like the burning building, and he has to go into the house, and then he's like, oh, I'm a volunteer fireman and I'm gonna save you. But then the woman's like, you gotta save my cats. And I'm like, oh my God, this entire scene literally has been constructed so Adam Sandler can whip cats out of a window. Like no joke, like that. It's like, what? It's like, you want cat abuse? You got it. It's so good. It's so insane, this scene.
Let's go, boy. Thank you, darling.
Coming at you, boy!
Every time he throws one of the cats out of the window, it's like, meow! I can't believe it. Like, like, there's so many times where you're like, oh my God, it sounds so real. Let's try the Big Bacon Classic. I've actually never had the Big Bacon Classic. Like, I've had many of Wendy's things, but not this one in particular. I'm curious. Oh, and then you can see there the square patties that Wendy's has. I mean, nobody has square patties, right? I mean, if you think of any other chain, it's always round, right? What do we got in here? Okay, so you got the pickles, the mayo, the onion, the tomato, the bacon, the lettuce, and the cheese. Okay. Looks good. All right, let's dig in.
Mr. French.
Who's Mr. French?
Okay. I'm feeling it.
Doesn't he look like Mr. French?
I've never heard of him.
I like the pickles.
No, Daddy, no!
This is actually quite tasty. I love Steve Buscemi. Those crazy eyes. My God. It's so weird. Like, why does he have crazy eyes? Like, he gives him a pizza. It's got like Oreos and French fries on it. Excuse me, what? and it's like throughout the movie, he has other pizzas that are like even more weird. Like, hey, why?
Crazy eyes. What? Hey, how you doing, pal? I got your pizza for you just the way you like it.
Oh, yes. French fries and Oreos. You know me all too well, Deeds.
What are you in for?
I'm doing a one-nighter for biting Ed the mailman. Guy was trying to cast a spell on me, you know, like a wizard or something.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know, maybe he was just waving.
I like that beard, Abe Lincoln style.
And I love how Rob Schneider plays the same character from Big Daddy in this movie. When Sandler's like throwing the cats out the window and like Rob Schneider catches one of them, you're like, wait, what?
Holy shit, it's a cat.
I always love that Rob Schneider cameo. I can never get enough. I also love how the next day after they go to Wendy's, Mr. Deeds and Cecil are talking about having the Frosties. Cecil's like this multi-millionaire or billionaire, and he's like, yeah, you know, I tried to make a Frosty at home. Like, what? Why are Frosties so irresistible? Let's find out.
Anderson, what's up, buddy? I was dreaming about Frosties all last night. You?
I tried to make my own at home, but it just wasn't the same.
All right, let's do it.
Longfellow Deeds.
Oh no, they're gonna know my name's Longfellow.
Oh, wow. Well,
I love the Beach Boys.
you know, it's ice cream. I mean, they call it a Frosty, but... You know, you ever had like Dairy Cream ice cream? Like the chocolate swirl? Tastes exactly like that. If you were to put them side by side, I don't know if I could tell the difference. But it's good though. You know what? I think it melts faster than Dairy Queen. I'm not sure. I feel like the heart of this movie is actually the relationship between Adam Sandler and John Turturro. I feel like anytime they're together, you feel the chemistry with them, and you just love their interactions, and you love how weird Emilio is. Maybe the funniest part of the movie has to be when he's like, oh man, you don't want to touch my foot. I got wicked bad frostbite. And he's got like that blue nasty foot. It's like, what the hell is this? The hideousness of this foot will haunt my dreams. Like, that's the first thing you think when you see that. I would have been like, yo, we gotta get you to the hospital. Your foot's gonna fall off. I remember the first time where he's like, get the fire poker. Whack my foot. When he hits him in the foot, and he's like, you're sick. You're sick. Why would you do that to me? I'm just kidding with you, pal. But I saw you. I got you.
Go ahead, give it a whack. Nothing.
Really?
Isn't that sick? Didn't feel that. Isn't that awesome? Go ahead. Nothing. Yeah. I know you're starting to like it, aren't you? Chop that wood. Yeah, that's it. Ow! You're sick! You're sick! Why would you do that to me? I'm just kidding you, pal.
These Frosties are good, but I'm not going to try to make them at home. I mean, come on. So, what do you think of Mr. Deeds? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Is it just another typical Adam Sandler movie and you don't like that? Or is that a positive for you? Because, I mean, for me, I'm just like, what stupid movie's coming next? Because I always know it's going to be stupider. Or also, what do you think about Wendy's and the Big Bacon Classic? Or how about Hawaiian Punch? The Frosties, the French fries from Wendy's. What do you think? Let me know what you think below. And as always, thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more, click right here. Enjoying the laughter. Yay! Hey! Your brain's just like, Adam Sandler nonsense, Adam Sandler nonsense.